Hey Jim, it's Liam, and like I had told you in golf school, I was going to send you this video. So not only do you have to deal with me for 2 days of golf school, but we are together in YouTube land forever. So wanted to remind you of a couple of things that we worked on in golf school, a couple of the most important things that are going to help you get better at this game. So if you look at the bottom clip panel there, I have probably 8 or 9, 10 different videos that we're going to kind of look at here and work with you on. So I just looked at my settings before I made this video. So the way this works, and I've told you this before, that little microphone you see right down here picks up the sound of the ball, and it tells the laptop to save everything it saw 1.57 seconds before that sound and 1.07 seconds after that sound. That's what my settings are. I have no idea why they're that, but that's just pretty random. So anyway, when we look at your swing right here, and you've already pulled the trigger back and the club has gone back, let's say 18 inches or so, we know that your backswing takes more than 1.57 seconds. So it takes somewhere in the, let's guess at it, 1 3/4 seconds to swing it, which is not necessarily bad or good. I'm going to tell you that it's bad in relationship to what you do, but it's out of character with what most people do. And I'm going to tell you why I think with you it's not necessarily the best thing. So as we watch your swing go back here, extension's good. I don't mind that necessarily. I would like to see a quicker hinge, but extension's good. Good. And then you kind of go into a long, almost a second half of your backswing, where the hands and arms disappear too far around you, almost forcing you to overturn, maybe even get on your back foot a little bit too much, out of balance on the outside of your back foot. As you swing down, one of the things we've worked on all the time is I think you are too casted in this position. As we look at it, draw a line down from your left elbow to your hand, draw a line on the club head. Okay, and that's too straight a line. We like to see that club head or that shaft of the club more somewhere in that range right there, where there's still some hinge on it, and there's more leverage to hit the golf ball with. And so that when you make contact right here, we see the bowing of the club, but a little arch in the shaft of the club, but essentially your hands are at best even with it, and maybe even a little bit behind it. So we're picking the ball off the surface a little too much. We're not making divots in front of the golf ball. It's not deadly important that we all make divots in front of the ball, but what it means is that you're going to have a hard time hitting the ball out of the rough, because as the club approaches, you can see it right there, it comes in at too shallow an angle. You have a hard time hitting the ball out of the rough. It's going to mean that on tight lies where you have a tendency to scrape the ground and hit behind it a little bit. It means we're going to hit the ball too high, and it means we're going to have a tendency to hit the ball to the left. So you can see right here, you see a little case of the flips. Hands and arms are crossed over pretty aggressively. It looks like your right forearm and left forearm are touching. And they should, it's just that this is a little aggressive and a little quick. And mostly, to me, due to the fact that you take such a long backswing and get it so far around you and so long that you have so much time to cast. Here it is from the back angle, same swing. You see, you've already started the swing. One of the things that we talked about at the beginning, never really got around to working that hard on, was not starting the club that far outside. That tends to make you shank it a little bit, so every once in a while. So we want to get rid of that habit of starting it with the club so far outside the ball. But again, if you watch it come back, good. And then we go into this second half of the swing where you really kind of flatten your arms. The club pulls around you too much. Your elbow's too much over to your side. And notice when I look at your arm here, I kind of see this side of your arm. I like to see the kind of the back of your right arm, but I see the underbelly of your arm, if you will, because your left elbow or your right elbow is pulled too much around the side of your body. Coming down, we can see it's on good plane or good path. It's just already casted, if you will, or extended. Your belt buckle and your hips are really not open. As you go through, they're pointed too much at the ball, which forces those hands to work too hard. Not a bad looking shot. As far as I can see the ball go away, it looks like it went pretty straight with maybe a little draw to it. What we're looking for out of you, Jim, is a little something more like this. And this is probably to an exaggeration, but we talked a lot about a quicker hinge, so you notice how quickly the club hinges. We're done there. So notice you can still see my right elbow. You can still see my hands well away from my head. Good width right there with my hands and arms. Quick hinge. Good width with the hands, but with a quick hinge. And then immediately just turn left. So as I come down, notice I still carry angle. So I hinge the club in the backswing. Okay, and I start turning my belt buckle to the left. So I think you can even see from this position, my club's going to come more steep on the golf ball. My hands, the moment of impact, and I don't get impact here, but are going to be more in front of the club head, if you will. My belt buckle, I think you can see, is open a little bit. A little less crossover, a little less right hand over left. That's what we're looking to do to your golf swing. So on a positive side here, as I film this later on in the same day, notice we have the whole golf swing. You have yet to pull the club back. So we got you right at address, hinging the club up. Good. You can get a little long there, pull the club around you again, so we still need to get better at that. Good. I'm going to go on to the second day. So on this one, notice we have you at address, and we have you. I'm actually, if you notice on the lower left down here, you can see me clicking this video forward, and you've yet to start. So you don't start till after this has gotten a little bit between 1 and 2, if you will. 1.5 is when your club head starts to move. So we now know you're under 1.57 seconds somewhere, maybe in the 1.5 second range. Who knows? We're trying to hinge. We still don't want you doing that little turn, but notice it's a shorter looking swing. Your hands and arms aren't completely gone around you. And we're turning that belt buckle. So we have here a little bit of hinge here on the club. Not as much as what we'd like. Okay. But a little break in the club there, a little angle. Hands a little bit better. Turn. And you can notice you don't see nearly as much crossover right here. The right hand is not traveling up over the left hand so much. And you can see your body's really spinning right there, which is what I like. I want to see that belt buckle turn. We'll look at it from the back angle. You still started outside. Oh, practice swing. Never mind. Sorry. Let me see if I have a better one here. Here we go. Still start the club outside too much. But we're hinging. And the reason I like this better is I see more of the back of your arm. Okay, better position right here. The club's not nearly as far. I see more of this side of the arm. Turn. Not bad. We can see more. But you're turning really good here. I like to see the belt buckle turn a little bit more aggressively. So almost a little bit more of like a punch shot type swing is what we're working for. Here's you taking a chip. Hands are in front good. They could probably be a little bit more in front. Create a little bit better of an angle. If necessary, the hands and arms will hinge a little bit. Depends on the length of the swing. I like to see a little. I think we're trying to hit a 30, 40 yarder here, so I like to see you hinge a little bit more. Come back though. As you come back, notice your hands and arms and your hands and the grip into the club in front of the ball. That's good. And I want you turning to the left. What I want you working on is I want you to feel. This may not be the best angle to show to you, but the club head is out to the right-hand side of the hands. So as you're standing there looking from your view, your hands are going to be in front of you. We want the club head kind of back over where it's still more on the target line, if you will. So that's a good sign of getting turn going through the shot. Hands in front. This is just a different one. I want to see you hinge a little bit more aggressively. But again, hands are good in the front right there. That's good. And you're turning, getting those hands to the left of you, keeping the club head more on target line. Work on those things, Jim. It was a pleasure having you in the golf school, and we will see you at the back of the range. Thank you.